Hey guys, I'm Andrew Thruston with PJ Hussey. I'm here with Eric Little from Calm Loan and Mitch Ginsberg, is that correct?
That's correct.
Awesome, got it, from Calm Loan as well. So, wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what we do with PJ Hussey, and I invited you into this particular unit. We're sweating to death in here, we're loving it, but we're doing it for you guys. So, wanted to walk through what we're doing at this 12-unit property off of 7th Street in Camelback. We're renovating the entire complex, which is amazing, and we're actually going to give you a video walkthrough of exactly that. But I wanted to take a moment and just talk to you guys about the importance of aligning yourselves with professionals when you get the process started. Again, I have Mitch and Eric here from Calm Loan. It is imperative that you get somebody like myself from PJ Hussey, somebody like these guys from a lender involved right at the beginning. The reason that I recommend that you do that is because we're gonna have the opportunity to evaluate what this project is gonna look like as we go through those phases. So I'm gonna kick it over to these guys, let them talk to you a little bit about what Calm Loan is all about, and then we'll kind of walk you through, what that pro forma and what that process, will actually be.
Yeah, great. Thanks for having us, and certainly we've seen the effects of what you've done with the completed units. So it's really an amazing thing when you have a professional management company come in and evaluate a project ahead of time. I think what's absolutely critical is with any project is planning. Before you even commit to, if it's a purchase, to actually purchasing a particular project, is to get somebody like PJ Hussey in to evaluate what will the neighborhood support, what are current rents, and then what kind of rehab for that particular project makes sense. It doesn't make sense just to pick a number and possibly over-improve for what the area could support. So I cannot stress how much easier it makes a lender's life if a professional management company has come in, evaluated the existing numbers, and then the pro forma numbers make sense and certainly support the kind of value that the neighborhood could support. A little bit about Calm Loan. We're a transformative web-based platform, really looking to change the way commercial real estate lending is done within the United States. We're currently beta testing it in Arizona and California. And what we do is provide a marketplace for borrowers to really get access to the capital markets. It's a very technical product. There's a number of players. The difficult part is there's so many different kinds of lenders, from life insurance companies to Fannie Freddie on the multifamily, to agency, to banks, credit unions, life company, debt funds, you name it. And then to further complicate it, there's so many different property types. So this is one particular property class, multifamily, but then, lenders still do retail and industrial and office and hospitality and all different kinds of single purpose properties. So for a borrower, it's extremely difficult, where do I go? So a borrower that's looking to do this kind of a project, it's really imperative that they know they want to deal with a lender that is versed in multifamily as well as understands rehab, which is critical. And that's what we've done. We've created this one-stop process where they get access to thousands of loan programs, but we match them up with somebody like Eric, who's a very seasoned originator, who will walk them through the process, counsel with them to ensure they're getting the best possible transaction.
Love it. So one of the things that I had an opportunity to do recently is go to their office, and Eric walked me through a little bit about how your computer system works. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, I appreciate you having us out here. It's first of all, I have to say, as hot as it is in here, it's going to be hotter for you guys as investors if you don't get us involved early, because as Mitch stated, preparation is critical. We're a commercial lending technology platform. We're a debt placement facility. We have literally hundreds of participating lenders. All of the loan products and programs are housed in our database. So essentially we become a direct extension of these lenders. It's all kept current. That's the integrity of our platform, is to ensure that we are getting accurate pricing on the front end. So get us involved early. I'm sure our contact information will be provided later in this video.
Absolutely. So I'm going to walk you through, what this would look like for us on this particular investment. So this investor owned these 12 units. PJ Hussey came in and stabilized these 12 units, and we've managed them for a number of years. We've managed them in the condition that you can kind of see from behind us. And this particular complex was renting anywhere between like $300 a month and $450 a month. And one of the big concerns that the investor had was, how do I take it to the next level, and can I really get, you know, that $800, that $850 a month rent? And so he sat on it. He didn't move on this for a very long period of time. And then he finally, after me bugging him for forever, he finally decided to sit down with a lender and get this process started. What we do is I bring in, you know, my, you know, real estate team and our leasing team, and we start to evaluate the market and say, what will this market get from a rental perspective, you know, 3 months or 6 months, you know, after this thing is into the construction and once it's completed. So as we make that evaluation, we then start to bring in our construction team and say, okay, what's it going to cost, you know, to make that happen? And we use those rent rates to kind of match the construction value to the increase. So if we can get $200 a month in increased rent, I don't want to spend $50,000 on that renovation. We typically have a 1% rule that we use in our firm. If I can get $200 in additional revenue, I want to spend no more than $20,000 in renovation budget. Now, this particular investor really lucked out because, as I said, you know, these were renting for anywhere between $300 and $450. We actually have one rented right now at $995. We came into this projection at $850, and we completely blew that out of the water. So that you're aware, we do, you know, bring those numbers to the table very conservatively. And then once we package that all up and we have that all ready to go, we basically gift wrap that to these guys, and then they can use those figures to finalize their renovation, you know, loans, you know, to do some forecasting on what the values of the property are going to be. And it's a big deal to align yourselves with professionals. It doesn't cost you a dime, you know, to get Eric or Mitch or myself involved early. And we want to come in and be your consultant throughout this entire process.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, we're working on a project currently where we're providing the debt financing on it. That you guys did the initial write-up and the original evaluation of the rehab, and I can't tell you how easy it made it as lenders for us to go. All the numbers tied, everything made sense. And it's been an absolute pleasure for us to work that transaction based on the level of professionalism and accuracy that you guys provided. So yeah, it really makes enormous sense for any prospective investor or current investor who's looking at doing a rehab to get somebody like yourself, and certainly PJ Hussey does a phenomenal job at putting the numbers together.
Thank you. So in short, I want you guys to reach out to us. It doesn't cost you a dime to connect yourselves with professionals like us. Call us today, call Mitch, call Eric. We'd be delighted to help you.